Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 203 of Report This Post, the podcast about bad posts and bad people. My name is Geiger, and that is Christian.
Peace be with you, my brother.
And we are your hosts with the posts. Every week, Christian, myself, or your listeners select a different topic, and then we find horrible posts for your listening pleasure. And this week's topic is going to be very pleasurable, chosen by Jordan. Our listener is Hoteps.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks to Jordan for choosing what to me has been one of the more entertaining weeks of research for this episode. Hoteps, oh boy, that's what I say. They are a interesting group of fellas online.
They sure are,
and a couple ladies too, which was kind of surprising. We'll get to those gals.
Hoteps, I believe.
I think shouldn't they just be called Hoteps? Isn't
it? Hose, yeah.
Yeah. Now, before we get too deep into what is now my new belief system, can you inform our dear listeners just what in the hell a Hotep even is?
Absolutely. So from Wikipedia, Hoteps are a subculture of African Americans who use ancient Egypt as a source of Black pride. The community is afrocentrist and has been described by experts as promoting false history. One of the group's more recognizable beliefs is that the ancient Egyptians were uniformly Black people. Although not always identified as Hoteps, the community originated from the early 20th century Egypt mania among the Black community in the United States, as well as the emergence of Afrocentrism following the civil rights movement, with a later resurgence in the 1980s and 90s.
Yeah. That is probably the kindest definition that I could come up with based on some of the crazy things these guys believe. It's not just about... Yeah, I remember my earliest memories of Hoteps from probably the early aughts on the internet. I was just like, so Black guys that thought they were kings in Egypt.
Yes,
that's what it was.
Right.
But it's really transformed into it's a whole new thing. Just like so many movements, after a while they sort of take on new life and all that. Certain beliefs and memes of sorts pass through the community and really take on. Really, it's a really interesting community nowadays, is how I'll put it.
It's I think it would be akin to sort of an alt-right sort of thing. I saw a lot of parallels being drawn between the two.
It's safe to say these guys are on the conservative side.
Yeah, socially for sure. Yeah,
they are. They're so woke. They're extremely right wing. It's a fun take on wokeness.
Anti-LGBT, anti-women.
Yeah. Oh boy, are they
anti-Jew?
Wow. Some of their beliefs are fine, but yeah. So it's been we found quite a range of topics. I can see why Jordan decided to choose it, but why did Jordan tell us specifically why he wanted to choose this topic?
Of course, yeah. Jordan wrote in and said, I just get very amused anytime I come across Hotep shit online. I wanted to answer racism, but that's probably not kosher. Well,
Well, not being kosher is perfect for this episode. Jordan, I believe, bought this topic at reportthispost.com.
Correct. Yes.
You go there, the beautifully designed website that I made in Notepad. I typed it up manually in HTML. And there's a big button that says buy topic. He clicked on that, went to our store, probably bought a mug and a t-shirt while he was over there as well.
Why wouldn't you, right?
Based on our sales, he probably did. So But you could do that, and then you'll get added to the queue. We have a pretty lengthy queue going right now of folks
sorry,
waiting
everybody.
to. At this point, we are into the month of February of 2023 before we'll get to your topic if you were to purchase one today. So all that means is that folks love giving us money to choose a topic so then we can find posts about it.
For their listening pleasure, right?
Yeah, and there's another method of choosing a topic. And what method is that?
Right. You can join us over on Patreon as well, where a number of you are probably listening to this episode. You can join at the mod level for $10 a month. And if you stay for a patron for 3 months, you then get to pick an episode topic. Or you can join at the admin level for $25 a month. And then you get to pick an episode topic after 2 months.
Yeah. So plenty of ways to do it. 3 by my count. So that's pretty cool. If you want to do that, Hoteps is a great topic choice. We have a bunch coming up that are going to be a lot of fun. I can tell. We're gonna have some guests coming up as well. It's going to be a good time. So, hey, thanks for listening to Report This Post.
Bye.
That was just a little joke, folks. You know we love to have fun over here.
Boy, do we.
Boy, do we. Why don't we, instead of signing off immediately, how about this? I have an idea. Why don't we read some posts?
Oh, well, if you insist, I guess.
And I think you should start off.
Boy, it's like we've
Just to
done
mix it
this.
up.
Yeah, we've done this a couple of times, huh? A Twitter lady with the handle @HotepQueen tweeted this out. Why would a whole race of people hate and oppress others just because of their dark skin complexion? Y'all really don't think it's a deeper reason behind this shit? We are the gods, the deities, for 400 plus years. And an African-American man named Brandon asked,
Ooh.
wait, are you saying that you are the better race? And she didn't respond to that, but I did pull a couple more of her tweets out so we can kind of get a context of this lady. She has tweeted, my theory is that most have, quote, social anxiety because they had to sit in a classroom silent for damn near 8 hours a day with little social interaction with others. Sure. She also said, no cap, the healthier I eat, the wiser I become. That toxic food that people consume causes neurological damage, as in brain damage. Many amongst us are imbeciles because of poor nutrition. And just recently, she tweeted out, Joe Biden does not have COVID, nor did he take those shots. So she's a science lady, I believe is what it is. She's really big on the science.
Let's see. Social anxiety, kids sitting in class all day. Top people consume bad food, gives them brain damage. Joe Biden is a liar. I mean, is anything she's saying wrong so far?
Where's the lie, right?
Yeah, so her tweets, she says, no one questions the plasma blood centers in black communities. I never see them in the suburbs. I'm not sure what that is implying exactly. Breaking the matrix is just breaking a colonized mindset. That's pretty good.
God damn. Oh, I should have looked up matrix stuff for this. That would have been good. Oh, man. Oh, well.
Whatever, you guys at home can do it. Just do your own little show at home. Make it,
we announced the next week's show at the end. What we're expecting you to do is actually send us between 20 and 30 posts so we can do this.
Or here's an idea. You can actually start your own podcast. It's just like this one, and then reach out to us on how to research for it.
Folks, if you missed this,
go listen to this week's bonus episode on the Patreon. It's a lot of fun. Hey, speaking of lady hoteps, this is from the website Lipstick Alley.
Oh, great.
The largest internet forum for soul sisters. Is my sister a hotep? She tries to push this bullshit onto me and everyone else around her because she believes it's gospel. Some of this stuff doesn't even align with science or statistics. She stands this ideology and believes their shameful advice is valid. She unironically believes that if women don't get married by 30, they're wasting their time and will be miserable, and believes that we shouldn't be career minded because it's, quote, too modern and goes against our, quote, natural forces. Personally, I believe that women should have a degree, a steady career setup, and a large amount of savings before even thinking about marriage and children. I told her this, and she said it's unnatural and too feminist. She thinks that 30 is too old and that she's wasted her 20s by being career driven and not finding a man. I'm guessing it's because she's having a midlife crisis and she wants to project her insecurity onto others. I don't knock anyone who wants companionship. I think it's a wonderful thing, but to push this onto others as if something is wrong with them for not being the same makes no damn sense. I try to explain to her it's 2022. There's absolutely nothing wrong with desiring to be financially stable before having children. I think she's underestimating the time, money, and the hidden fees that goes into having children. I believe my line of thinking should be encouraged more in our community because too many women wait for a man to take care of them and become trapped if he ever decides to snap and go crazy.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
I'm confused as to why she is convinced that a man will solve all of every woman's problems and watches this woman hating content. I hope she finds a man soon because it's insufferable and she talks about it every day at this point. Anonymous said, I would not automatically say she is a Hotep. Her ideologies are common outside of Hotep circles, particularly of the I need a man so I can be validated sector of the Black community. She is just a low self-esteem woman. And
Goddamn.
Hey Sunshine 22 said, that's not Hotep, that's just dumb. She's a pick-me female.
Just such unkind. Like, I think my sister's been brainwashed. It's like, yeah, she's not a Hotep. She's just a dumb bitch, actually.
She's a dumbass bitch.
She needs to get her shit together, actually, what she needs.
This is like this same thing on like a white woman forum. It would be the response would be like, I'm so sorry. I'm thinking about you right now.
Oh, for sure. It would be 100% be like, yeah. Just dripping apologies. Yeah. All the way through.
Everyone would be apologizing to each other. Everyone's crying at each other. Black woman forum's like, that's a dumb bitch you got there.
She know how to wipe her own ass. Can I ask? Do you take the knobs off the stove when you leave home when she's there by herself?
Well, you would if you have a man that snaps and goes crazy every once in a while, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. Sort of personal story there.
That does seem like something. She's like, look, in my experience, all men are insane. So I need to get hooked up with one immediately. Right. Great.
Ugh.
Lipstick Alley. I haven't thought about that one in a while.
Yeah, good one. Real good one. Been a good source for some posts, but yeah, it's been a minute.
Certain episodes, yeah, sure.
Yeah, certain topics. Get real over there.
Yeah, get like in the 90s when stuff would get real. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
And a lot of these gals are stuck in the 90s, I've noticed.
Yeah, they got the Flojo nails and everything. It's great.
Oh boy do they. They're always they love TV shows where the title scene is spray painted on the as was cool in the 90s.
It's for some reason there's an analog clock floating around that's keeping beat with the music. Yep, sure. Of course.
Classic 90s stuff.
Yeah, we all love it. Great. Hey, an African-American guy named Nubby1K tweeted out, he knew that Black people were the true Hebrews.
First of all, I would say it's probably newbie for
Nubian. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Nubby is very different. Okay. Please continue.
He knew that Black people were the true Hebrews of Israel and that were jewels from God himself and wanted to stop the false white American Jews from planting a false image. And white America wanted to stop him because they knew he was right. Y'all not ready for this, though, because we were taught, quote, he was racist. Yeah, he was really trying to protect us, even though he wasn't that big on religion. He didn't want them, the devils, to take over and brainwash everybody, and didn't want the world to descend into chaos.
Okay.
So if you're all wondering who this hero newbie is talking about here, he included a photo of Adolf Hitler in this thread to really drive the point home. So this guy is so woke that he's seeing through the lies that Hitler was eradicating the Jews in order for the true Israelites to come up through. So
yeah, Hitler's so-called racist. I mean, come on, guys. Let's be open-minded here.
That's what they want you to believe. Well, I mean yeah.
Yeah, so this is the kind of folks we have online. But interestingly, I don't know if you Newbie, if you go to his Twitter profile, he's following 1488 people. It cannot be. Be a coincidence.
That has to be on purpose. No, I did not notice that. That's rocks. Okay.
If it is, it's the great.
You want to talk about a conspiracy? Yeah, let's.
This guy is awesome. Corporations been running America was a recent tweet. 0 faves on that one.
He might have lost some traction after not tweeting about Hitler for a while. So
they've been curing diseases with stem cells.
Okay.
Thanks.
And yeah.
I'm not even sure what that means. I mean, I know him. I just don't know why he would say it and then get 0 faves on it.
They done been here. Do you think this is just a guy doing a parody thing? And like,
if so, he's committed to it because he has 110,000 tweets.
Tweeting like the crows from Dumbo in order to really drive the point home.
I don't know. Some of the stuff he's saying is here's one. We need to plant more female trees.
Okay, that's actually not untrue. But.
And then a black woman responded with the 3 speaking emojis. Like, you're spitting facts about planting more female trees.
But you're gonna say she replied with 3 parentheses in there.
They need to plant more female trees. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I found this buried in the replies section of a recent Facebook post from CNN regarding our wonderful vice president, Kamala Harris. This is from an African-American man. Isn't her husband a white Jewish man? Y'all play too much. Stupid. They show you the game plan and y'all miss it every time. These white demons of craft push the BLM. They then destroy property and harass citizens all in the name of BLM, even though it's mostly, if not all, white people out there. Then uninformed white people see this and blame us, which ignites more racism. Then they put this woman in as VP who's going to fuck us over when it is all said and done. Many of y'all are going to say this isn't her mother Indian and her father Jamaican. Anyway, y'all then going to blame people from those nations instead of blaming yourselves for not choosing a stronger rooted black American whose generation goes a little further back than 3 generations. Who better to know your needs, wants, and struggles than someone that lived it? Even though we're all black and should love each other no matter what, where we are from, as long as that person is righteous in their ways. They keep disrespecting African Americans by letting only biracial and multicultural, quote, black people hold very high position in this country. And the other Negro bot sellouts they sprinkle here and there. I say this, and I am not even American, but I've been here since very young, and my grandfather was a part of the troops England sent from various Caribbean islands, and then he told us how they treated them better than actual American citizens during the whites-only era. This is a divide and conquer tactic, so we will hate each other.
It's like, look.
What in the world?
Look, I am the offspring of somebody that was ripped off of their own country to fight for another war and then shipped to another country afterwards when they were done with them. And I think that everybody's trying to divide us. It's like, well, I wonder where that's coming from. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you were literally divided.
Now, I will say again, We'll find in there out this episode. There's a lot of nuggets of truth here that I don't think he's wrong about Kamala Harris wanting to fuck us over.
That's true. And you would also say one of the nuggets of truth is that she is a Negro bot. Is that something you would say?
That sounds like the henchman for like a black villain would have like an army of Negro bots.
Yeah, one of those early black superhero comics where they were just figuring out like, should we put these guys in the comic books?
Yeah. This character's the N word is his name. He just has a big N on him, and he has an army of Negro bots. Sure, print it, run it. Yeah, that's great. Sounds good. I'm
gonna do a search on Twitter for Negro bot later. Really see what happens with that one.
Computer just starts smoking.
There's one as a picture of the the robot that Urkel made in that episode.
Okay. I mean, for the SEO value, yeah, that works. Yeah. Yep.
Oh boy, there's a meme too. This is awesome. Oh my god.
Oh, it's a good search. Okay, he's saying it's a good search.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. I want people go do that search, folks. Enjoy it.
Cool. In a similar vein, a gentleman named Amin posted this to Facebook, or I'm going to say Amin.
Yeah, Amin.
When you smoke weed, it actually opens a locked part of your brain most people still have locked. However, Black people are born with it unlocked. Opening this locked segment of your brain will release your soul and brain and combine them together as one. Some to refer to this as awakening your third eye, but I just call it igniting your higher African senses. Opening this locked compartment will allow you to access, then obtain a much higher consciousness. You will be able to process and understand higher brain power capacity. Your potential is increased beyond belief.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
And a guy named Dennis replied, Nignog.
I don't. Are you allowed to say that? I don't know.
I just that was the one comment on that in post about the incredible power of unlocking your brain with weed was just a white guy named Dennis saying that.
Saying that awful word, which is truly one of the funnest slurs out there. It just sounds like something that'd be in like a nursery rhyme or something. So
yeah, hickory.
I know what I'm
dog,
teaching the kids tomorrow. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff from the Hotep community about black brains being better than everyone else's brains and stuff like that. Well, I won't point out the policies with that one, but it is a fun thing that you'll whenever you get into the whole our bodies have some sort of special magic power to them that the white devils don't have. It's
it does kind of sound like something somebody in like the deep south would say in like the 18th, like, they can see in the dark, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They have those special African senses that you can ignite.
Yeah, they can measure a space using their whiskers, and they can judge to see if they can fit through it or not. Are you sure that's black guys you're talking about? Oh yeah.
When they're yelling all the time, that's their sonar that they're using. When they're in the movie theater, they're trying to see where their friends are.
All right.
Hey, speaking of interesting facts about our friends, the African Americans, I found this very super interesting factoid online. Guinness, the beer, was invented in Africa. Many people do not know that, quote, the black stuff was not called that because of its color, but because it was made by an Igbo named Arturo Guinness. Mr. Guinness has since been whitewashed by the white supremacist Irish as one of their own. To this day, most Guinness is drank in Nigeria, a fact that racist Ireland belongs to the Irish types ignore.
Just like I went to this beer. Okay, first of all, what would an African guy named Arturo Guinness sound like? What's that? What's that going on for?
So I never even heard it called the black stuff before.
That's the thing. It's just like I invented this thing. Well, you're black. Why don't you call it the black stuff? Oh, you know what? That's a great idea. Yeah, I'm gonna call it that.
Yeah, granted, the beer is also black, which might be why it's called that. But no, that's just a coincidence. If it was a pale beer, they would still call it the black stuff because a black guy first brewed it.
You got the black stuff, baby. Yeah.
Let me look up this Arturo Guinness guy. Do we got anything from him? There doesn't seem to be any evidence of a guy named Arturo Guinness, from what I can tell. Well, no, there is, but it's clearly looks to clearly be a white guy from this picture. But Nigeria is actually not the most the company that or the country that consumes the most Guinness. It is in third place after United Kingdom and Ireland. But yeah, they do love it there.
You know what? I love it here too. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know me. I love the black stuff.
Yeah.
In any sense, really.
Wow. Nigeria drinks more Guinness than America. That is really crazy when you think about that. How many people are in Nigeria? I'm going to guess 20,000.
No, no way. I think that's going to be low.
You think that's low? Well, let's see. We got here 218 million. Well,
okay, all right.
Well,
just a little. You're a little light there. Yeah.
Boy, I do go through some Guinness phases here and there.
Yeah, every once in a while, especially the grocery stores down here love to sell them, put them on buy one get one for the cans, and when that happens, boy, I'll be drinking Guinness for the next 2 hours, as long as those 8 cans last.
2 hours if you're lucky.
If I can even get home before they're all gone and thrown in the back of my car. Yeah.
Oof, just pounding nitro cans of Guinness in the car. Ugh.
Just getting home, just being so bloated, to roll inside like the girl from Willy Wonka. Oh my God, just so uncomfortable. Great. Hey, a lady of Afrocentric persuasion posted this to her Facebook. Neuromelanin, NM, is a dark pigment found in the brains of Black people, which is structurally related to melanin. Okay, Black people, this is where it gets interesting. You would not be able to pray or meditate without neuromelanin. This is your natural ability as a humanoid entity to be able to send signals through your brain and out to the universe. Why is this beyond interesting? White people don't have neuromelanin. So whatever God they're praying to never set up a voicemail box. They don't have a God or connection to anything but the history that they've been creating their entire existence. This means they have no spiritual connection to anything we have a spiritual connection to. Number one, our God did not make them. So how can they tell us about God and who God was, etc.? If they don't have a biological connection to speak to him, and not to mention they've only existed as a race for roughly 6,000 years, these are the people the Bible's told us would do us this way. Hashtag all facts, hashtag I will die, hashtag about this, hashtag research.
Well, I got to say this gal probably should do a little bit more research because neuromelanin is a thing, but it seems to be in everybody. So, because she saw the word melanin. I was like, oh, that means Black people. It's like, no, just it's the color of it. It's dark. It's everywhere. Apparently, it's something to do with Parkinson's disease. It's related to that in some way. I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at an actual National Library of Medicine article here, and I'm just definitely not gonna. You ever just get like one paragraph in those things? You're like, I'm gonna learn something today, and like, oh my God.
Yeah, you're like these. I know these are words. I cannot, for the life of me, parse what they could even mean.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yep. Been there, done that.
Yes. In fact, I think that's exactly what this gal did. So because yeah, everyone has neuromelanin. Sad to say. And I don't think it has anything to do with God. Or I mean, aside from that he made it, but I don't think it's a way to pray or meditate.
So interesting. God's a man is to you. That's interesting.
Well, I did. Speaking of melanin, I found something called The Book of True for a sale on the great website TrudeReads with a Z.com, which is a blog for curious melanated minds. The Book of True is a collection of writings regarding the supreme circumstance of the melanated mind, written by Jason Williams. This book is intended for curious melanated minds whom strive to evolve the circumstance of their mind and soul through the active application of knowledge of self and the universe. The perspective demonstrated in this book should ignite a spark of self-realization within curious melanated minds who are on a sincere journey of enlightenment and transformation. The Book of True is for curious melanated minds who ravenously seek knowledge that could be used to develop the supreme circumstance within and manifest the circumstance as a true and living God of their individual reality and of the infinitely expanding universe. Yeah. In the Book of True, you will learn how, 1, the universal collective consciousness, the mind of the all, is a macrocosm of the I am, the consciousness, the imagination, the mind of the original melanated man and woman. 2, the universal macrocosmic mind and the human microcosmic mind could both be described as a curious melanated mind. 3, the curious melanated mind of the original man and woman is the infinitely expanding creative force of the universe. 4, a curious melanated mind with knowledge of self and the universe can consciously manipulate atoms and energies of the universe at will, functioning in a supreme circumstance as a true and living God of the infinitely expanding universe. In other words, the imagination of humanity, H-U-E, humanity, is God, the supreme creative force of the universe. The infinite expressions of I am in the universe are one and make up the mind of the all. The original black man and woman, the universal melanated family, are the original manifestations of God in human form. The mind of the original man and woman is the foundation of the universe. Everything naturally found in the universe is an external projection of an internal process that happens within the mind and body of the original man and woman. If you are a curious melanated mind in search of light, you will find an abundant source of it within these pages. The effect of you obtaining this light depends on what you do with it. Use the supreme knowledge to illuminate your journey of self-realization.
That's the voice.
What's that? Well, this paperback typically sells for $19.99, but it sadly is currently sold out. So,
oh, boo-hoo. How sad.
Really,
sorry, folks.
Really wanting to learn more about the universal macrocosmic mind.
Okay, here's a couple things I've noticed in this list here, this description. The phrase curious melanated minds is in quotes a lot, which it seems odd to me to put that in quotes. I really like that. The other thing, I just like this book description makes me feel like I'm going insane. Like we were just talking about like the scientific journal stuff. Like this is like, okay, what could this possibly, I could not imagine sitting down and trying to chew through an 86-page paperback on the melanated mind and be like, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Boy, there's some merch on the website too, including a hoodie that says Black Gods in the Star Wars font.
Okay, that actually rocks. Okay, that's cool. I like that.
Who is the mystery God? The true and living gods walk the earth today. I don't know. I have no idea what that could mean, but I'm going to guess I have to read that book to find out. So sadly, we may
never know because it's not going to get refilled at any point. It'll never get reprinted.
Yeah. Wow. 13,000 followers on Instagram. TrudeReads.com has. Not bad. Boy, there is a lot of good stuff on this Instagram, I can tell you. Good God. Quick PSA, black people don't need to speak proper.
Okay.
Don't know what that means, but it's a video that's popular on there right now. Looks good. Looks real good.
How do they get their followers? Who are they paying off? We need some of that mojo.
I mean, it's just a bunch of melanated minds out there.
Is that what they mean when they say the dark web? Hey, over on Twitter, a lady named Indigo
intellectual dark web does sound like one of those websites. Not like Jordan Peterson and shit.
No, put that in the Star Wars font.
All right, we're going to stop right here because we're going to finish the rest of this episode over on patreon.com/reportthispost. That's right. If you enjoyed this first 20-ish to 30-ish minutes of the episode, you'll be happy to know that there's about an hour extra of this one over there on patreon.com/reportthispost. Head over there. And all you got to do is subscribe for $5 a month. You'll get every single full episode with dozens of more posts a month, plus an additional bonus episode every single week. Unbelievable. This is literally millions of posts that we read on the air every single month. Possibly billions. I have not counted. In fact, I can't count. I'm actually illiterate as well. But irregardless, patreon.com/reportthispost, and we'll see you over there, and God bless.